The email arrived while my coffee cooled, untouched. Subject line, urgent, off-site review, no sender name, just a clip attached. I didn't open it at first. I listened to the office hum, the copier breathing, the fluorescent lights flickering like a weak pulse. My reflection in the black monitor looked calm, trained calm, the kind you earn by surviving years of small humiliations without flinching. My phone vibrated. A voicemail preview scrolled across the screen. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes." My daughter-in-law's voice. Sharp, careless, loud enough to hear her smile. I deleted it without listening. Then I clicked the attachment. A motel room bloomed on my screen. Cheap curtains, stale carpet, a bedside lamp throwing yellow lies. The camera angle was mine, hidden, planted months ago when suspicion first learned my name. She entered the frame with a confidence she never used at home. My son's wife, my protégée, the woman who said she'd do anything for the manager job. He followed, her manager, married, his wife 8 months pregnant. They didn't see the camera. They never do. I didn't blink when they closed the door. I didn't breathe when the bed creaked. I forwarded the file before the coffee went cold. 2 emails, one to the CEO, one to a woman who still believed in him. I had hired her because she was hungry. Ambition has a scent. I recognize it because I once wore it like cologne. She learned quickly, too quickly, smiled at the right people, spoke softly in meetings, stayed late when no one asked, the kind of devotion that looks like loyalty until it isn't. The manager position opened. She didn't get it. He did. After that, the changes were small. Perfume before late shifts, a new laugh that didn't belong to our house, phone face down at dinner like a shield. My son was blind. He always had been. Kind men often are. I watched. I measured. I waited. Then came the motel receipt buried in the expense report, the odd scheduling overlaps, her sudden confidence, like someone had whispered a promise in her ear and meant it. "I'll do anything," she'd said once, half joking. People always mean it more than they admit. I didn't accuse, I didn't warn. I bought a camera. Surveillance teaches patience. I installed the device myself, a smoke detector casing, legal gray, moral clarity. I didn't watch immediately. I let days pass, let guilt ripen. At home I was polite. I washed my own dishes. When Thanksgiving plans came up, she laughed through the phone and told me to come wash theirs. I said, "Enjoy." Inside, something old and precise aligned. The footage accumulated. Text logs matched timestamps. Hotel charges synced with team meetings. He liked Thursdays. She liked power. I ran background checks the way I used to balance ledgers, cleanly, quietly. His wife's prenatal blog was public. Photos of nursery paint, baby names debated in comments. I slept well, because certainty is a sedative. The CEO replied within minutes. 2 words, received, understood. Security moved fast. They always do when liability has a face. I watched from my office window as they were escorted out, him pale and furious, her mascara already bleeding like it knew the end had come. She saw me. I nodded. Later that evening, my phone began to ring. Once, then again. Messages stacked. Missed calls multiplied. 71 by midnight. I didn't answer. Instead, I posted photos to a private family thread. My villa in Switzerland. Snow like silence. Glass walls. Stillness purchased with decades of restraint. No caption. The phone screamed. She arrived at my door the next morning. Eyes red, voice trembling, words tumbling over each other, begging for rearrangement. "I didn't think you'd—" I handed her a printed still from the video, the moment before the door closed, the moment before choices calcified. "You said you'd do anything," I said. That was all. She collapsed into the chair like gravity had finally remembered her name. Security reports finalized by noon. Terminations effective immediately. Non-disclosure agreements ironclad. Careers ended without spectacle. His wife emailed me, just one line. "Thank you for telling me before the baby learned his name." I replied with nothing. I flew to Switzerland alone. The villa was quiet, honest, no footsteps to measure, no lies echoing in the corners. From the terrace, a mountain stood unmoved by human appetite. I respected that. I poured a drink I didn't need. I thought of my son, of the woman who mistook proximity for power, of a man who believed desire was a promotion. Regret requires attachment. I had already let go. When my phone finally went silent, I turned it face down. Some people think revenge is loud. They are wrong. The most devastating endings happen without witnesses. I watched the snow fall and felt nothing at all.